the MPO side having live coverage only behind a paywall, and then the post-produced coverage with Joe Mez and I think Central Coast was there is going to be on CBS Sports.
Yeah.
So this is a huge thing for disc golf.
Very interesting.
But a lot of disc golfers are mad about this.
Yeah, I think people are kind of torn. My whole thing, okay, so yeah, like we see CBS Sports logos around the disc golf course, and we all start freaking out a bit. Like this is the future. Like, all right, here we go, disc golf. But it's being broadcast in mid-August?
Yeah, August.
Now, there's two thoughts. There's a couple thoughts in my mind with where the Pro Tour is at, like thinking about this. Either A, they just saw the name CBS Sports come up on their radar and they just jumped on it. They were like, I don't really care what the conditions are. Yeah. Because this could just be big for disc golf, which, it's hard not to. I get it. Or two, my other thought is like, who's going to be tuning into this broadcast? Who are we targeting? Obviously, at least disc golf fans are going to tune in, but maybe not even for all the rounds. They might just want to, see the first round just to see what it looks like, or maybe they just want to see the last round because it's the final round. Yeah. Is it going to actually attract non-disc golf fans to, are they going to be scrolling through their TV and say, oh, what's disc golf, and click on? I think that's kind of the hope with this whole thing. But I'm not sure how effective it'll be, especially when it's so far past the original play date. Yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
The key is going to be what, sports-wise, with the condition of the world right now, what's going on in August?
Well, that's the thing. Everything is kicking up in July, like late July. I know, hockey, like NHL training camps start, I think, the 10th of July. Basketball, I want to say, resumes at the end of July. Like that, I feel like that stuff's going to overlap, and that's trouble.
Yeah. I think if there's, honestly, the time this should have been on TV is now.
Now it was perfect to capitalize. Yeah.
But being on CBS Sports alone, I think, is big for the sport, and just in the fact that you're going to get the disc golfers to watch, like you said, that's not gaining any new audience. Yeah. But just the odd chance, and I don't know what time of the day or what day of the week, because that's a key.
That's the other thing. Is it going to be a Tuesday afternoon?
Well, I was going to say, knowing like some of the past things with the disc golf and ESPN and stuff like that, it could be like a Sunday at 2 a.m. type of a time slot. Yeah. I don't think they would do that to us.
I hope not.
But it's a possibility. But I think the key is if it's in... I don't think it's gonna be in a primetime slot. I don't think it's gonna be like a 7 p.m.
No,
but if it's at like a 5 p.m. slot,
it's not bad.
Something like that, where you might catch those people just scrolling through, bored out of their mind, waiting for work to start or just got off work.
If it's a weekend slot at all, I would be very impressed.
Yeah. Well, we have 4 slots.
Yeah.
Because they're doing each round. From what I understood, there's each 1 hour, 4 1 hour slots. The 3 rounds, it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be shot by shot or more like golf cutting back and forth.
That'll be interesting, yeah.
And then the 4th round is the skins, which they just shot with. I'm trying to think who all was in it. I know Paige, Paul, I think Nico, Missy Gannon, Rebecca Cox, Ricky. There was 8 people.
Yeah,
I don't know if I just
Nico
named 7 or 8.
TV. I like that.
Yeah. That could be interesting. I mean, for a skins match, I feel like he won't get.
No, I mean.
It was also like the highest paying skins match in disc golf history or something like that.
Really?
Something along those lines.
Where
I don't know.
added cash came from.
Straight out of the tournament's pocket.
Yeah, somebody
probably
slid in. Yeah, talk about that.
But I don't know. I think it could be big. I could see where it could flop, but I could also see where if it gets decent watch time at all. Like if CBS Sports is looking at they'll obviously be looking at what's performing.
Well, sure, yeah.
And if they're like, well, hey, this performed better than when we had cornhole on 2 weeks ago, or darts.
Fingers crossed we can beat cornhole.
But like if it outperforms something like that, I think that's where it's bigger for the sport.
True.
Not as much the drawing new eyes, because like you said, we're not getting a primetime slot. We're not getting the time where people are just surfing through the TV like, what the heck should I watch right now? We're not getting that.
I suppose as long as it's good enough that TV networks are like, that would be worth trying again. Yeah. As long as they're like, well, we're not doing that again, then that's where the issue comes in.
Yeah, I think that's one of the good things is that it's post-produced.
Yeah, so it'll look our best. Yeah. It's the best we have to offer.
We're putting our absolute best foot forward. Because I think the one thing that's always scared me about if we ever went to like ESPN or something like that and we did live is who is commentating. And because then you have a live commentator. If it's someone who is like a professional commentator, they don't know anything about disc golf.
Yeah, the thing is, if it's a professional, you just hope they're good enough that they like learn the sport
beforehand.
Yeah, because disc golf, as long as you know the terms, you can at least do a satisfactory job, I feel like.
Yeah.
It becomes an issue when you miss, like, instead of saying hyzer, you say something else. Or, like, you don't know what a hyzer flip. Like, that's where the issue comes into play. But my biggest thing with it being on CBS Sports and, like, with the whole Jomez crossover is, are we going to see just, like, a typical Jomez format on CBS? I don't think so. I think we're going to see CBS logos overlaid.
Yeah.
We're going to see a whole new... That's what I'm excited about. And I want to know, like, just the whole flow of things. Is it going to, like, change the way disc golf events are produced after they see it if it's done well?
I think it's going to be tough. I think the biggest change that's like us disc golf fans are going to see, other than the graphics, because I think Jomez will probably still have like their follow flight and stuff like that in there.
Well, they're going to have, I guess they'll probably have a whole new setup for this season, right? Like, are they going to do a new graphic package?
I'm sure they probably will. That's exciting.
Yeah, I didn't even think about
that. But I think, like you said, though, with CBS logos over it, you probably won't see Jomez's logo on there. It might be at the end, like
very small text.
Yeah, like coverage provided by Jomez.
Yeah.
But I think what's going to be interesting is the Nate Sexton, Jeremy Colleen commentary, because it plays well to a disc golf audience right now. They have a little bit of humor tied in. They don't take it, not they don't take it seriously, but they don't, like, it's what we want out of disc golf commentary currently.
As good as we can get.
Yeah. Like, there's not, I don't want to sound like there's a better commentator out there. There's not right now.
No.
But I think putting it on Jomez on YouTube to only a disc golf audience and putting it on CBS Sports,
very different.
Two different animals. So I'm very interested to see if Nate Sexton and Germ change up their commentating style.
Try to be a little more relatable to a broad audience.
And more professional.
Yeah.
Where we're not
as laid back. Yeah.
We're not joking about, like, I don't know. There's just different stuff where it's great if you're a disc golf fan, like the wire trees, the, like, naming the types of trees. When I remember there's times where Sexton will be like, roller, ground, tree, parked.
Yeah, like they go on tangents too. Yeah. I bet they'll clean it up because they're gonna feel it a little bit. Like, all right, this is for CBS. Like, we got to be, Jim Nance out here.
Yeah.
Like,